Today's video is going to be my everyday makeup routine. I haven't showed you guys my updated makeup routine in a year, and I feel like I've really mastered my day-to-day look. It comes out good every single time, and I just wanted to share with you guys. So this is going to be super in-depth. Every little step that I do, I'm going to share with you guys today. Everything will be linked down below on my like to know it, so if you guys want to shop any of the products that I show you guys today, you can find them all down below. So yes, okay, let's get into it. So first things first, I think that skin prep is the most important part of your makeup routine. If I skip out on my skincare, my makeup looks so much worse. So I'm just gonna quickly go through all of the products that I already have on my skin. First, I love this Clean Skin Club Vitamin C Brightening Booster. I honestly don't really know what it does exactly, but I feel like it makes my skin look nice and bright, and I like it. Next, I love a good eye cream. I feel like it really helps the application of concealer. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Cryo Recovery Eye Serum. I really like this one because it has this little like metal piece, so it's super cooling and it just really wakes you up, especially if you're doing your makeup in the morning. I have been loving the Road Barrier Restore Cream. Obsessed with this. Today I felt like I needed a little bit more moisture too, so I used the Charlotte's Magic Cream. And then you always need a good sunscreen. This is the Josie Maran Mineral Sunscreen. Any mineral sunscreen is good. For skincare, really any cream is good. Just make sure that your skin is moisturized before. Also exfoliate. I exfoliate once a week, and that really helps my skin just be super smooth and ready for product to go on top of it. And then on my lips, I have on the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. I love having a thick lip balm on while I do my makeup, because at the end, by the time I'm ready to put on my lip liner and all of that, my lips are ready to go. So with that all being said, let's get into the makeup routine. First, I've been loving the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. One of you guys actually taught me that you're supposed to press this primer in and it like activates it. I'm not really sure, but I really like using this. I'm almost finished with it. I don't know if it's the primer or just the rest of the products, but I feel like my makeup just lasts all night long since I've been using this, and I'm just obsessed with it. Next, I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. Everybody knows this is everything. I'm in the shade 4 Medium. I love the way that this makes my makeup look. It's just insane. I finally got my hands on it. I was scraping the bottom of my little sample for months because they were just sold out of my shade for the longest. But I finally got my hands on it, and I am truly obsessed with this product. I just blend that in with a beauty blender. And when you are using your beauty blender, 1, make sure that it is damp, and 2, never rub the product, always dab it in. It makes everything just set in place way better, and I feel like when you rub, it kind of makes some spots of your face just look kind of splotchy. Also, if you guys want a no makeup kind of look, I can definitely do that, because this is more of my like full glam if I'm going out type of look. But I definitely do have like a no makeup if I'm like in a rush or just want a lighter look. Next, for a foundation, I have been absolutely obsessed with the Milk Makeup Sunshine Skin Tint. I'm in the shade Light Medium. I love the way that this looks on the skin. The finish is so pretty. It's very light. You don't feel like you're wearing any makeup, and it's just beautiful. It also has SPF. It smells really good. There's just so many good things about this product. I also love the applicator. I think it's so fun. And always blend down the neck. I feel like that is just one thing that could really break your makeup look. Your face could look perfect, but if it's a different color than your neck, you are just out of luck. Like, it just ruins everything. So again, I just use my beauty blender to blend this into the skin. I recommend avoiding around your eyes when you use this product, because the sunscreen can kind of irritate them. I've learned from experience, but also I have found with literally any foundation, if I bring the product too close to my eyes, it can kind of make my makeup look cakey, since I'm going to put concealer there later. So I just like to avoid the eye area at all costs with foundation. The Sunshine Skin Tint mixed with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter leaves such a glowy, beautiful finish. I'm obsessed with it, and it literally just looks like your skin but better. That's literally all I can ask for from a foundation. Next up, I go in with my contour. This is the Rare Beauty Contour. The shade is not on there anymore. I'm pretty sure it's like the middle one. I don't know, but I love this. I go super light with this because it is a very dark shade, but it's beautiful. These are the places that I apply my contour, also underneath my jawline. And then I use this brush that I got in an Ipsy box. It's the brand MOTD Cosmetics, and I love this brush a lot. And I just take it and I dab the contour in. Never rub your contour. It makes it look like shit. It always looks way better if you are just patting it in. And I kind of just pull the brush upward a little bit every time that I dab, because I just want my face to look elevated and snatched. And if you're blending down, it's gonna just like not have that effect. So, and then with the contour on my forehead, I just blend it up into my hairline. I definitely love a super bronzed look, so I go a little crazy with the bronzer and contour, but it looks fire every time. I also like to make sure that all of the contour is kind of connected. So with any of the extra product that's on the brush, I kind of go over the parts that are kind of like connecting the contour, make sure that they're all kind of seamless. And then I like to take my beauty blender and just blend over it sometimes, especially on my jawline. I always go over that just so that there's no harsh lines. And then also on my face a little bit. I just am always terrified of having too harsh of lines. Make sure everything's just seamless. And then to blend my nose contour, I use this little brush. It's the brand Crown brushes, and it's just their like round blender brush. And I just kind of do the same technique of like patting it, except on my nose. And I kind of drag the product to create a circle on the tip of my nose, because I like to have that button nose effect as best as I can. And then I'll take the product that I put on the sides, which I do a very little dot because a little bit goes a long way with the Rare Beauty contour stick. And I kind of just drag it all along the side of my nose up into my eyebrow to have it all blended nicely. And I've been really liking how this nose contour turns out. It's very natural, but it still gives you that very snatched look. Obviously, nose contour really depends on the shape of your natural nose. Not everybody is gonna look the same. Not every kind of contour is gonna look good on every face. This is just a technique I like to use on my nose. So kind of take it with a grain of salt and do whatever looks best. But trust me, a little bit goes such a long way with nose contour. I feel like in 5 years, not even, we're gonna look back and be like, what the fuck were we all doing on our noses? Because some of the nose contour can be very dramatic, and I've definitely fallen victim to that multiple times. Next, I am taking my concealer. This is my holy grail, ride or die, forever and always, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I've tried every concealer out there and none will ever top this, in my opinion, for me. So I just take a little bit under my eyes like that, and then I like to go underneath my contour. I really like doing concealer after contour because it kind of cleans it up and makes it even more snatched. It's kind of like a reverse contour situation. And then I put the tiniest bit on the sides of my nose to, again, reverse contour my nose. And then I put some on my forehead, above my lip, and underneath on my chin. And then I take my beauty blender and, again, just dab that all in. Next, I use the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Hope. This color is beautiful. A little goes such a long way with this as well. This blush has lasted me such a long time because of this. It's so beautiful. I love the color. I love the way that it applies. I love the finish. Just everything about this blush is everything. I've tried a few different shades of the Rare Beauty blush and they're all so pretty. You really can't go wrong. But this color has really been doing it for me lately. I like to take whatever product is remaining on the brush and kind of just dust it over my chin and my forehead. You really can't see it, but I've heard that that balances out your face. I don't know, but I do it and I think it's kind of cute. Next, I set my face. I have always used the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. It just sets my makeup perfectly. It always looks flawless. There's no flashback. I'm terrified of trying a new translucent powder. This one just works so well for me and I never want flashback ever, and it doesn't do that to me. So I trust her and I will never switch up. I like to use these little powder puffs that I got on Amazon, and I just set underneath my contour and then under my eyes, and then I just dust the rest of the product all over everywhere else. I also like to just pat the powder in. I don't really bake because I feel like it just dries out my skin a little too much for me personally. This powder literally just like blurs my skin. I really love it. Comment down below one of your holy grail products that you cannot live without. I'm so curious and I want to try some of them. Maybe I'll do another video where I try all new products that were recommended by you guys in the comments. Next up, I use the NARS Laguna bronzer. I like to set all of my cream products with a powder product. I feel like it makes them last way longer. And like I said, I like a super bronzy look, so this just warms up my face even more. And I also use the bronzing brush to just wipe away the remaining powder. This brush I also got in an Ipsy box. It's the brand Farah. Ipsy boxes have the best brushes. That's where like literally all of my brushes are from. I like to really bronze up the neck as well. I'm just cleaning off my eyebrows because I always get makeup in them and I hate the look of that, so I just clean them off. Next, I'm going to fill in my eyebrows. I love the Charlotte Tilbury brow cheat. I have it in the color dark brown, and I just really like how precise this pencil is. So I just brush up my eyebrows with the spoolie end. This eyebrow grows super weird. The hairs grow upwards, so it's a little bit shorter than this eyebrow, so I just make them even, and that's all I do to my brows because they are very thick and full. I've been loving the MAC brow set. I just brush my brows up with it. It keeps them in place. It doesn't make them look white or crusty or anything like that. So I really love this. To set my blush, I've been loving this NARS palette. I kind of just mix them all together, but any blush shade of your preference that's a powder will obviously work. I literally like go in with all of them because they're all so pretty, and I just pat over my blush. I only do a little bit though because I don't want to go overboard, you know, because the Rare Beauty really does still shine through. I've been loving this palette. It's by the brand Element Beauty. It's their True Nude palette. It's so perfect. It has every neutral color that you really need, and I just have been really liking it. I mix the shades Cappuccino and Cold Brew, and I just blend those into my crease. I used to blend my bronzer into my crease without fail every single time, but this palette has just been doing it for me, so I've been doing this instead, but it kind of has the same effect, honestly, as a bronzer. Next, I've been taking this darker shade Espresso and just blending that on my lower lash line to just blend it all together. I also kind of work this color into my outer corner so that it's all very seamless. Next, I'm going to take my bronzer with a fluffy brush and go over my nose contour a little bit. This also kind of brushes away the translucent powder that was sitting there. And again, I like to blend it up into my eyebrows. And I do this all with a very, very light hand because I don't want it to be too intense. Next, I curl my lashes and I use the YSL Lash Clash mascara. I've been obsessed with this lately. This mascara applies so soft. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's just how I feel. I'm obsessed with it. I like to use a lash comb to just go through my lashes and make sure they're all separated. And then I just take my Q-tip and get off any mascara that got on my lid. If you can do mascara every time without getting it on your lid, you're a god, because I always make a mess. I'm just gonna put the smallest bit on my lower lashes. Next, I use the Tarte Quick Stick in Rose Gold Luster / Brown. And I take the rose gold side and I like to put a little bit on my inner corners, my brow bone, and I blend that in with my finger. And I also like to put a little bit on the tip of my nose and the bridge. I love the little pop it gives. Next up, for my lip combo, which I love lips, like doing my lips is the cherry on top of the whole look. So I kind of just use my finger and rub off the rest of the lip balm. First, I use Pillow Talk, just the regular original one by Charlotte Tilbury. This lip liner is gonna do it for me every single time. It's genuinely just the prettiest color ever. So I don't overline or anything. I just follow my natural line and line my lips. And then I am obsessed with these. They're the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump, and Mixed Berries is definitely my favorite shade, but I ran out of it and they were sold out when I went to Sephora, so I picked up the shade Tulip, and I've actually been really loving it. It's this like raspberry color. I love these because they're kind of like a lipstick, a plump, a gloss, and a balm all in one, and they're so easy to reapply when you're out, and it's so pretty. This color is very fun and it's perfect for a daytime look. Otherwise, I would just use like a clear gloss on top of the liner. But that is my finished look. I'm obsessed with this look. I feel like it comes out perfect every single time that I do it. It looks good on camera, it looks good photographed, but it also looks good in person, and it's very light. You don't feel like you have a ton of makeup on, but it still gives you that flawless glass skin look. So yeah, that is my finished everyday makeup look. If you guys want to shop any of the products that I used, they will all be linked down below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.